Okay. And here we go. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Bourbon Note. I'm Greg.
I'm Ben.
And today we're live. And I think we're drinking bourbon, although we don't actually know because there are samples and they're hidden and unknown. It's a mystery.
We are most definitely drinking bourbon. We've got some people in the chat already, which I assume are already drinking bourbon as well. We have got John Matlick. Cheers, everybody. Troy from Baker Drinks, which is appropriate because today is, of course, our Baker Drinks. Yeah, mystery flight.
Yeah, totally.
Which is going to be awesome. And in an unprecedented event, we will be switching studios midway through this.
That's going to be exciting.
To get into the official Baker Drinks mystery flight studio. We've got the Gregors. Look at that. Greg's in the house. Shredword is in the house. Steve Joes, Dr. Robert, Sugar Kitty is here. Chris Jenkins. Cheers all. Welcome, Chris.
Are you slammered?
Is Schlammered? Oh, there's Schlammered. All right.
Yeah,
Schlammered
you got to get started.
So here's the premise of tonight's video, and we're going to probably have to repeat this as maybe some more people might join us.
Yeah.
Let me grab the rules here.
Dave.
So for those of you that didn't see the Baker Drinks
short
unboxing, Troy and Laura from Baker Drinks sent us some samples.
Mm-hmm.
And then they sent along a little bit of a surprise as well. They sent some great samples that we're looking forward to reviewing that they labeled.
Yes.
They also sent along these 4 samples that are simply labeled A, B, C, and D.
It just has their logo on a nice sticker, and then sample A, sample B, sample C, sample D. So we don't know anything about them other than they did send some clues.
Yeah, and we do have a letter. I'm going to take that out for just a second.
Okay.
So we do have a letter. It says, let's play a little game. And this is great because we weren't expecting this.
Okay.
It says there are 4 samples to be split between both players.
True.
They're labeled A through D, as we've covered. Both players will nose and taste through the samples one at a time and write down the following information. Shoot, I probably should have gotten a pen and paper.
That's right. I have a phone. I can take notes on my phone.
Okay.
And you have paper and a pen.
Write down the following information. The type, i.e. bourbon, rye, American single malt, etc. That's worth 1 point.
Or vodka.
Right. I don't think any of these are vodka.
Not a vodka.
Well-aged vodka.
Yeah.
Although the sample C is fairly light.
It is.
The finish, yes or no? Is it a barrel finish or finished in some way?
Still in the barrel, or did they take it out?
For 1 point. Is it? If we say yes, it's finished aging, and it's finished
They're done.
The proof within 5 proof points is worth 1 point. The distillery is worth 1 point. And then if you guess the exact bottle, it is worth 3 points. And so after finishing...
That's the easiest of them all.
That might be.
First of all, they're all on your shelf. So all I have to say is it's on...
we've been watching Baker Drinks and just looking at the bottles in the background.
Exactly.
So it says after finishing all 4 samples, a bonus 5 points will be awarded for guessing the theme of the flight.
Ah, this is really cool.
So I'm guessing that we're supposed to guess the theme before. Troy, if you could put this in the comments, do we reveal what the samples are and get our points tallied up and then base what the theme is based on what the bottles actually are, or are we basing the theme on blind tasting notes?
I think it's probably like the distillery or the bottles or something.
Right. So Troy, again, if you could comment and let us know, do we want to guess the theme before we know what the bottles are, or is that also part of the mystery? It says, if my math is correct, there are a total of 33 points possible. The player with the most points wins. Here's the fun part, and this is what I have never seen done on another channel that has done a blind flight. 2 additional samples have been included labeled winner and loser.
So bring them on in.
The winner gets to drink this, no idea what it is.
It looks like a bourbon or, whiskey, rye whiskey or whatever.
And the loser, I'm assuming, is going to be forced to drink this because I'm assuming this is
that's going to be the good one.
Yeah, and it looks, honestly, it looks a little suspiciously like pee. I don't know.
Yeah, guess the theme prior to revealing bottles.
Okay. Thank you, Troy. So we'll keep the winner and the loser bottle here on deck.
So here's my guess. This is a local distillery in Washington State, and a very young, moonshiny type whiskey.
I'm guessing it's something weird like Malort or something like that.
I don't even know what that is.
I just heard so many bad things about it.
Character on a movie or something.
It's like it's one of those bottles where it's not whiskey, it's like a liqueur or something. I'm getting my earpiece situated here.
That's age 74 minutes type whiskey, I think.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting. So that'll be fun to have the punishment,
Peter,
the punishment glass. So let's get these poured.
Oh, let us.
And so let's do these one at a time so we make sure to not screw this up.
Okay.
These are generous samples, so we're not going to split the bottles right down the middle. And then that way we can add to the bottle.
You can save them and share with friends or enemies or.
Yeah, depending on what they are.
Exactly.
Sample B.
So my thought going into this is they wouldn't send us, Knob Creek 9-year, Wild Turkey 101. Like these are all going to be.
I'm guessing this is an American single malt just by looking at it. Sample C.
A tad wacky, or I don't know.
Yeah, well, and there's a theme to it, so that's the interesting part.
The theme could be they all have blue labels on the bottle, and not these bottles. The actual.
Maybe the theme is these are all whiskeys we hate and need to get rid of.
Exactly.
Off our shelves.
They're horrible, and we're trying to offload them on other channels and have fun doing it.
That was terrible, horrendous. I'm offended. I'm appalled. So what are we gonna do? What else? Mail it to everybody we know. Good idea.
There you go.
That's exactly
horrible.
Right.
Mail it to everyone you know. Okay, so
my pores are getting less bad, or more bad.
More bad.
Yeah,
more badder.
I had
okay.
Much bigger pour that one than I probably wanted.
We've got Bobby is in the house.
Sup, peeps? Oh.
Okay. Just kind of rinse the glass a little bit here. Talk amongst yourselves. Joke's on you. It's all Balcones rye. I certainly hope not, because I'm not getting past sample number 1 if that's the case.
Well, I don't know.
Get to number 4.
Oh, man. Oh, it's even worse now.
Again, I'm just rinsing the glass for all of you that get mad at me in the comments. Like, dude, you don't have to. It's not wine. You don't have to rinse. You don't have to swirl it and air it out.
So Ben's theory is do this to like clean some of the dishwashing.
Yeah, you know how sometimes
detergent smell out of the glass. These are my glasses, and I don't wash them in a dishwasher. I hand wash them, but whatever.
And you still then they smell like your hands, and that's even worse than the dishwasher.
Oh,
okay. So before we get going here, let's before we start the game, let's move it out of the bar.
Oh,
I mean, I think it's only fitting if we do move it out of the bar.
Hold on.
Okay.
Like we were gonna grab our glasses and go to the other bar. Like you've seen the garage, but it's hot out. I don't want to do the rest of the episode out there.
I don't either. I think it's only right that we go to the official Baker Drinks Mystery Flight.
All right,
stage,
let's do that.
And let's do that through the power of time travel. Okay, here we are. Did we nail that?
How's it look now?
Did you guys think we were really in the bar downstairs? Baker Drinks, like, comment, and subscribe. For those of you who may be new in the chat or new watching, please go check them out. And some mods, if you could drop a couple of links. Also drop links to Bad Axe Bourbon, who is in the house tonight. All right, let's get into it here. We have a few more people since we explained this, but we'll do the kind of the Cliff's Notes explaining.
Yeah.
We have a blind flight from Baker Drinks, Troy and Laura. We don't know what is in these glasses, and there's a game here for us to play where we have to try to guess.
Yeah, we're guessing like a ton of stuff.
Yep. We have to try to guess what they are.
So I've got my phone here. I'm not texting or phoning a friend. I'm actually just taking notes because we have to guess.
Let me see. Hold on a second. Okay, so we got to get
new note. All right. I am prepared to make some guesses.
All right. I did text my wife to bring up a notebook just in case, because I think that just might be.
There's Ryan Frank. Do you want to do your Ryan Frank official?
Yeah, okay. So Ryan Frank is in the house. What's up, buddy? I'm here still at work. Hopefully make it home in time to catch the last part of the show. Okay. So Ryan Frank lent us a bottle. If you watched our recent video of the, we've got it right here. Bam, Stearns American Avon Rye Whiskey. And so he lent us this bottle to review, but he said he's only taking it back if it's autographed.
Okay.
So we're going to have to sign this for Ryan Frank, who, by the way, I've known for 20 years.
Are you going to sign it Janus? First name Hugh?
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to do. Well, do you want to write a message, and then I'll write a message? And we write one. Okay, hold on.
You can write a message.
We're going yearbook style on this. To
Tater.
Ryan. Wow. Glad that's over.
Gandy Road. Welcome to the chat. We're signing a bottle for one of our Patreons, and then we're going to jump into this Guess the Bourbon flight.
Stay in school. Your pals. Ben. This isn't a legit autograph, by the way. This is actually for a friend of mine. You know, people who are just tuning in, like, geez, these douchebags are signing stuff. All right, awesome. I don't know. Okay, so we have some more people in the chat here. Let's get started with the game. I do have my notes up. Okay, thank you, dear. My lovely wife has brought us a notebook and 2 pens. Do you want paper, or are you going to use the phone?
I'll use the phone.
Okay.
Well, if you want to, just do a line down the middle and we'll, whatever.
Let's do, here. I'll just rip a couple of these out. This way, if you want to just cross stuff out and go back to it.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I had to rip out a few, so you got a hard enough surface to work with. Okay, let's get into the flight here.
Okay.
So I figure we're going to maybe go like round 1, kind of nose all of them, and then taste all of them individually. Or do you think it's a better strategy to just concentrate on one, make a few guesses, and then go back to it again after tasting them all and see if that changes?
You know, I have to admit, I'm so confident I'm going to get these right. I'm actually going to go ahead and do the Benny Walker special and blend them, and then individually pull out the
each
notes.
individual one. I love it.
That's what I think I'm going to do.
Okay. So as the sign says, we are doing a mystery flight from Baker Drinks. We don't know what these are. We have to guess, and we'll go through what the categories are. But let's get into the first one here.
Okay.
Round 1.
It's nice. I'm not getting Amanda hugging kiss.
Okay, that music's going to throw me off. We can at least do the dramatic music a little bit. Oh, Laura is here.
Laura, oh yeah, she is.
Anyone taking the odds on who gets the loser pour?
Well, it's going to be me because I'm not very good at the whole blind flight thing. So I've already resigned myself to the fact that that one's mine. I have a theory that it's some sort of white dog, although it's a tad yellow. Who knows what you did to it?
I'm going to nose all of these first, actually, but I'm going to taste individually and then make some notes.
As opposed to tasting them all at once.
Well, yeah, like you said, you know.
That one's nice. I'm definitely getting vanilla. I would think rye so far. Do you want me not to spoil it and tell you that I'm getting gingerbread?
No, we can power of suggest each other. I mean, like, man.
Oh. Huh.
See, I thought a little more rye vibes on the second one on sample B. So we are going A, B, C, D. We're doing the same order for Troy and Laura playing at home.
This is not so easy, I have to be honest.
No, it isn't. I think this last one, sample D, smells like a rye.
You don't think it smells like a rum? Caribbean cask or...
Well, maybe it's finished, but
there's something about D that is, it's nice. I don't hate it yet.
That's what she said.
All right, so we're kind of looking at, is it, the type?
Yeah. So the first thing we have to guess the type: bourbon, rye, American single malt, etc.
Okay.
Whether or not it's finished, what the proof is, what the distillery is and what the bottle is for 3
Holy
points.
difficult, Batman.
Yeah.
Can you set that right here?
Yeah,
'Cause I'm gonna need that a
I don't
little bit.
need the mouse yet. So,
All right.
how's that stag? All right, let's get into it because I don't want to guess too much on the nose because sometimes they're completely different.
Yeah, noses are.
All right, let me grab a little sip of water here, and then we're going to get into the taste. In this one, we'll probably be talking amongst ourselves a little more than monitoring the chat. So,
that's why we invited Bobby to entertain the internet while we're.
yeah, Bobby,
doing
entertain
the
everyone.
flight.
I tell you right off the bat, I like that.
I like it. I have no idea what it is. Like distillery, it's.
Yeah, the distillery is going to be a hard one to guess. I suppose once you narrow it down to a distillery, then, but you could be totally wrong on the distillery. So I'm not expecting either one of us to get the distillery or the bottle right.
Proof was the second.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, finish. No.
Oh, I should probably. Proof. Definitely on the higher side. And it's proof within 5 for 1 point. So we have to be within 5 to get that point.
I just thought of a loophole in Troy and Laura's rules.
What's that?
You're
always coming up. Every time we do a flight from somebody else's channel, Greg drives it off a cliff. So what are we doing here?
No, I'll save it till the end. Hey, thank you so much.
Hey,
there,
Bobby, with the super chat. Thank you
Super
very much.
chat.
We can highlight that there.
That's awesome.
Thanks, brother. We appreciate it. I'm gonna go, boy, the proof.
He said distillery. I don't think the distillery is the same as the brand that's on the label, if I'm honest.
You what?
Sometimes there are these things where they're like
Oh, sourced or something?
sourced or non-distiller producer or
Mhm.
is it non-playable character? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
It's something else. It's an internet thing. It has nothing to do with whiskey.
Let's see. All right. Okay.
Hmm.
So I'm not going to go for distillery or bottle until probably the end.
Yeah, I have no idea.
So I'm prepared to move on to sample B.
What's the name of the?
Should we be saying what we're guessing as we go? Maybe just to make it a little more entertaining than just. So,
Yeah.
So far, what do you have for, do you have a proof and everything written down?
Okay, so at this point, I think it's a rye. It is not finished, and it's about 110 proof.
I think it's a rye. I believe it is finished,
Wow.
and I'm going 118.
Wow.
So yeah, that way, because Gordon Murphy's in the house. What's happening?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I want to do like the distillery and the bottle. See if there's a theme amongst them,
Okay.
and I may come back to this one and decide. You know
yeah,
what?
Totally. Yeah, until the end, it's not the end.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult until you've had them all. So let's go on to sample B here. Cheers, everybody.
Hey, Chris, are you in the chat? I don't know if I saw you. We just got a new Patreon.
Oh, when?
Just now.
Oh, wow.
So, how
Well, that's
awesome is
great.
that?
New Patreon,
Or at
Chris,
least
if
I
you're
got
in the chat,
notified.
thank you.
Just got notified now. Don't overthink it, Greg. Yeah, okay. All right. All right, so I'm going on to B. So I'm not going to guess the distillery yet for A.
Wait until you try this one.
I have absolutely no idea what that is, but I think it's great.
On the nose, I feel like this is off profile, like a Texas thing or something. Not Texas funky, like the awful Texas,
It's
but kind of off profile, like that Still Austin was.
yeah, but they're from Washington. I think they're going to throw us a local thing in there.
Zebra cake.
It's
On the
got a
nose,
nice
I'm
red
getting
pepper.
bourbon. On the palate, it's a,
I think it's a bourbon. It's some red pepper.
On the palate, I initially got a little bit of rye, but now I'm wondering if that's a finished bourbon.
I think it's a. But what's it finished in?
We don't have to guess that. We just have to guess yes or no. So I'm writing down preliminary guesses.
Oloroso sherry cask, but it's not very strong.
Well, you know what? Now that you mention it, yeah, I'm guessing that's finished.
And all right, it's a proof. It's not 80, but it's also not 120. By the power of math, I'm going to say it's right in between those two.
Okay. Again, this is all preliminary because in the last flight that we did that we completely botched, which I'm assuming that's what we're going to do tonight. You're watching live us discredit ourselves as whiskey reviewers.
Well, I think it's difficult. Like
it is. It's definitely. Maybe this is an elaborate ruse from Troy and Laura to discredit us just for fun.
So the joke's on you because we could have discredited ourselves for free.
I think we do that on a regular basis if you
Exactly.
watch this channel.
Exactly. All right. So
I need to get a zebra cake to smell it. I can't think of what it smells like at all. I'm going solely off of memory on that, Laura. So it's been a while, but I just remember that kind of artificial vanilla cake and that waxy vanilla artificial like white frosting.
You should always keep zebra cakes in the pantry.
Well, you said you got your hands on some.
I did. The other few weeks ago after we had talked about them, I picked up a package and the dogs love them. I will tell you that.
Have you not been enjoying them?
No, they're good. It's
feeding
just,
them to the dog?
Yeah, they're just unnecessary calories and
yeah,
they're not great. They're good and they do have a particular flavor profile.
So this is the one I'm interested. It doesn't look quite as different in the glass, but in the bottles here, boy, this one is definitely lighter.
Huh.
A lot lighter.
All
You
right.
seeing that?
Number C.
And D is definitely dark, so I'm going finished on that one right off the bat. But I
Yeah.
guess finished on the first two already, so maybe I'm...
Getting a little bit of coconut, which I think coconut works better on a rye as opposed to a bourbon, personally. But it
Okay.
doesn't drink like that.
I'm getting single malt vibes.
On C?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got the apple.
That's what's giving me
Yeah.
that. I'm getting a little bit, and honestly, I'm a little bit leaning just because I'm looking at the color on this.
Oh.
Did you taste this yet?
See? Yeah.
Oh, see, I haven't tasted it.
The proof doesn't match my brain. Would you like me to explain? I have a bottle of something.
Hold
that
on.
I think this is, and I think the bottle I have is higher proof than this one. So that's either a really sneaky one.
That first sip of that, I'm not kidding you. I got like fish. It was so weird. All right, the taste of that is throwing me off a little bit. The nose is a little malty.
Oh, can't even spell.
The other thing is as you go through a flight, and I think that these first couple were particularly high proof, you almost have to compensate for the fact that you're getting used to the high proof stuff. So something that's 120 may come across as a lot lighter, you know? God, we are going to make such fools of ourselves.
That's right.
Oh, Chris Jenkins just joined the Patreon. Well, hey, thank you very much, Chris.
Thank you
We
so much,
appreciate
Chris.
that. Cheers.
Just got the message.
Mm. That is growing on me. I did not like the first sip of it, but it's interesting. I feel like it's some sort of weird single malt.
Okay. That's crazy, but
It's definitely different. If it's bourbon, I mean, look at...
it's hard to... Yeah, I agree.
You see, that one is definitely lighter.
But
That's double oaked as.
Yeah. Maybe it's a Seattle thing.
Could be.
Yeah.
It would be a weird theme to throw us, though, because how would we know that?
Well, they're on the internet.
I'm guessing these are distilleries we know. Okay, let's get into this final one. Let's get into the D.
That's what she said.
Oh, that smells wonderful. Oh, I didn't do a proof on this one. Hold on. Damn it, now it tastes like rye.
I was I guessed both of those. So
Did you guess rye?
Yeah, I called it American Single Rye.
Oh. Kind of a bitch. Okay, I'm going to go around 100 proof. Finished or not?
Wow, D really has strong cinnamon, brown sugar, cinnamon, oatmeal, instant oatmeal.
4-Leaf Whiskey is here. Stacy's in the house. Hey, everybody drop some links
Ron.
for 4-Leaf Whiskey. And Ron is in the house. Y'all rework your Patreon levels, I see. Did we? I don't know. I've never seen our Patreon before. Greg does that.
Yeah. Need to clean it up.
So
I don't know anything about Mad Madness. I've never actually watched it. I know other people watch it, but
it's kind of like this, is what, you know.
Oh, that's crazy.
Laura had said that she can't tell if we're trying to throw each other off or actually like.
We're not that clever or that sneaky. Like,
right.
We are just struggling to hang on, to be honest.
This smells good, whatever this is.
I'm getting like quality, mature, unicorn, and I'll totally regret saying this because this is bottom shelf, like whatever sludge, but
no, that comes across
smells
really nice.
Yeah.
A lot of very desserty.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into it. Little different on the palate than the nose. Maybe these are all Texas whiskeys, and they sent us these because they know we don't like Texas whiskey, and they just found good Texas whiskey. But I'm not getting any Texas funk.
Yeah. Not getting the Texas signature, and I don't know if there's 4 different distilleries.
So the D tastes different than it smells.
That's what she said.
All right, I'm gonna go with my first instinct on this, and I know I'm wrong, but
I can't tell if it's because we've already had a couple bourbons before this. I'm not getting quite as much proof off of this one. But I feel like there's enough flavor there that maybe I'm just getting numb to the proof. I'm going to have to pour a little bit more of these.
okay. So I've gone one time through. I do have some information written down on my piece of paper. It's unreadable because the lights are blinding.
So these are preliminary guesses, but on the last one, I'm getting rye vibes on the last one too.
I think it's finished bourbon.
I definitely put finished. I put around 105 proof.
Oh, I said 108.
Okay.
I think it, well, I don't know if I want to say the distillery while you're still.
I'm leaving enough here for you to.
Yeah, that's fine.
Put some more.
I'm doing okay in glasses right now. Maybe I need to touch more because of that one I'm uncomfortable with.
That's what she said.
I don't know. I feel like there was something dirty in there. Okay.
What's this one?
It's a drum roll. We'll use that later.
Will we?
Yes. Okay. Let's go for the first round here. Are
Okay.
you trying to left hand the mouse?
Well, it's
Matt Catalanato Jr. Cheers from
Louisiana.
Louisiana. Is it
Hey.
Louisiana or Louisiana?
Louisiana.
Well, I know, but I mean, how do the locals say it?
Well, you're
You know,
not
it's
local.
It's like, we might look at Louisville
Or New Orleans.
and
They'd make it one word.
New Orleans.
Yeah.
I always love how like Kentuckians go out of their way to pronounce the name of that city as wrong as possible. Well, not wrong,
That's
but
a state, not a city.
like it can't be
Yeah, they refer to those as states now.
what?
You said Kentucky.
Yeah, the people of Kentucky pronounce Louisville
Oh,
in like the where it's like it looks like it's Louisville or Louisville, but it's like you have to pronounce it like eventually they're just gonna be calling it law.
you know what my favorite?
Yeah, what's that city in Kentucky? Oh yeah, it's law.
It is my favorite thing when someone like says a word that doesn't look like it is to correct them with the wrong word. Like
Perfect.
when they say, Louisville or whatever, say it's pronounced Louisville, even though you know it's
Yeah,
not.
exactly.
Yeah, just totally correct them when you obviously don't know.
Mike says, "What are y'all doing?" Poor guesses. Looks like So Mike,
All right,
we do have a bunch of new people in here, so we should explain again. So Baker Drinks, this channel right here. Like, comment, subscribe, please. And again, if you guys can drop some links to all the channels here, Bad Axe Bourbon, 4 Leaf, of course, Baker Drinks. They sent us a blind sample, and so we're going through here trying to guess, the type of it, the proof and finishes, and so there's some criteria here. So we're on.
Round 2.
Let's get back into this because this might be completely different now. I might change all my answers,
That's right.
but preliminarily, I don't know.
I've not had a bad whiskey yet, I will say. I've liked them all.
C was weird at first for me. I literally got fish vibes from it. As long as you don't say Washington.
So, Troy, funny story. When I moved to Coeur d'Alene, I lived in Coeur d'Alene for a while, everybody always referred to that state as Warsh. And then I started working in Spokane. And everyone started,
Well, maybe Coeur d'Alene is actually supposed to be pronounced Coeur d'Alene.
No, it's Coeur d'Alene.
No, but maybe they're just putting the R in everything like they do with Washington. They just call it Coeur d'Alene.
Yeah.
Man, now I'm getting a little more bourbon-y vibes on the nose on this first one.
But it's really good. All right, Troy. Ben's not looking right now. Can you just tell me what distillery A is from?
Dude, we are going to botch this so bad.
Oh, totally. I'm hoping for single digits. Well, I think I'm expecting single digits.
I'm hoping for a digit.
That's what she said.
Every time I do a I'm still getting rye vibes off of this, so I feel like if this is a bourbon, it's a high rye bourbon.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe if I miss, I think there's plenty of corn syrup in there. But I honestly have no guess on the distillery for A. There's nothing distillery specific to me.
I'm starting to wonder if the theme is, and I could be overthinking this, if the theme is finished whiskeys, because I'm really getting finished vibes off of these. And
I was thinking they're all bottled and bond, but they're not. I think several are quite distinctly not bottled and bond.
yeah, these first couple definitely came across as a little high proof, and they still do second time around here.
Yeah, I only got one Tennessee whiskey like hint. So yeah, I'm no guess right now. A is a mystery. I think I know what it is and the proof. Distillery.
Oh, it's got a whiff of the second glass here. Got a great nose on it. Sorry, I interrupted you with my.
No, I really like B. Whatever that is,
Yeah, that's really good.
would like to own a bottle of.
I think I'm sticking with my initial assumptions on the first two.
Okay, so let's go through. What did you say for A and B?
I said it's a rye, it's finished in 118 proof. I said bourbon finished. Now that's where I'm a little off because this may not be finished.
Okay.
But I'm getting finished vibes on all of them except maybe this one the least.
Yep.
And I went 115 proof on it.
Okay, so for A, I went rye, not finished, 110.
Okay.
No idea on distillery. And then B, I said bourbon, finished, 100 proof.
Okay. Now let's go to C.
Okay. The C is definitely the weird one. It looks a little bit lighter in the bottle. I'm
Yes,
getting-
Mike, bottled in bond is always 100 proof. That is correct.
that is true.
Honestly, blind guessing bottles is a parlor trick at best. I feel like I enjoy a bottle a whole lot more if I know what it is, or if I know what it is as I drink it. That being said, I sure am enjoying this a whole lot. Yeah, I bet you are.
Like
Watching us squirm here.
Yeah, so yeah, Troy and Laura are just like sitting there like giggling because they know exactly.
They know we're
like,
completely wrong
every
on all
mistake
of
we're
these.
making, and you have no idea. Like we're making those same mistakes in every other video. You just don't know that.
Fish again.
No, it's Michigan.
That was- Even if it's delayed. You deserve that. You earned that one. Why is the first sip of this always?
Oh, I'm seriously getting like dust and like fabric, like dusty curtains or something like that. Which is not a very good stage name, actually.
The Dusty Curtains. It's probably a good band name, actually.
Why? Okay, so
Going with
someone else
Malort
is-
for C.
What the heck is Malort? I don't even.
It's
Is that the
Jetsons.
bad
It's-
guy
No, it's
on
the
the like Harry Potter or something like that?
Malort. Oh yeah, who is the Voldemort?
Oh, okay, that's who I thought it was. I've never seen a Harry Potter.
Hey, by the way, did you say Tater Dom was in the chat
Yeah,
earlier?
earlier.
Okay, so Tater, if you're still here, we haven't sent your samples out yet because we ran out of sample bottles. So those are coming out. We just talked about this literally today. So if you're still in the chat, and if we don't hear from you in the chat saying you heard this, I'll send you an email. And just because we've got some sample bottles, but they still have bourbon in them, we can wash those and refill them. So you may get a used Bad Axe bourbon bottle or something like that.
Well, I just need to order more. I'll order some more. I should
Okay.
have already.
So anyway, Malort is made by Jepsons.
Okay.
But it's like some weird liqueur that I don't know if they sell it around here or not.
Is it
They
like
probably
a
do.
grain thing or like made from grapes or?
I don't know what it is, but it's kind of like the liquor that everybody loves to hate. Like it's
Oh.
it's kind of known for
I thought
being
that was
disgusting,
Jaeger-
but it
Jaeger.
seems to have like a cult following.
Oh.
Or something like that. I don't know. But everybody seems to know about it. So
Like Insane Clown Posse?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's the ICP of the liquor world apparently. So I went American single malt on this one at first.
I too win American Single Malt on that one. I am really leaning toward rye versus American Single Malt. I think it's finished.
I think it's finished because a lot of times American single. Well, you know what? Actually, I don't know, because like there's some Stranahans that aren't finished. Like I guess there's a lot of American single malts that aren't finished.
And even from Oregon or
You know what? I'm going not finished on this. We really need to do this to another channel so we can sit back and watch a live stream and just watch people taste bourbon.
Oh, I just thought of our next best video style.
Which is
So let's pick on Bobby.
okay.
He does a live stream where he's trying to guess stuff. That we review Bobby's live stream where we know what he's drinking and we make fun of every guess he makes.
Okay.
Like,
I like
so
it.
we'll put his stream up on the green screen.
I don't know if you can do a video on the
Oh, I
green
guarantee
screen.
we'll find a way.
Okay.
And we'll just like talk bad about him.
Maybe you can. I don't know.
The Bourbon Note reviews other live streams.
Yeah. I
That'd
like
be
it.
awesome.
I like it a lot. Okay. I have no idea where to go distillery or bottle on any of these. Like,
So
not even close.
I'm guessing a distillery on C, and I'm guessing a distillery and a bottle on D. But let's really emphasize the word guess,
Yeah.
because I think I know nothing.
Here's my impression of Troy and Laura watching this.
You dumb bastard.
That's just, I kind of feel like that's what's going on in their heads.
What
Yeah, thanks, Ron.
dumb biatch? Why are you saying these things?
Bailey HH. Hi, everyone. Hey, how's it going, Bailey? Welcome to the chat.
All right, the final glass.
I'm getting 1 point in this game, and it's that this is finished. I guess that by looking at the color of it, that's finished. Okay. I think I'm sticking with my guns on all of my guesses here. Because at this point, why even change them? I'm not getting anywhere on this. So now it's time to break these down and try to guess a distillery / bottle. And theme-wise, I thought maybe at first, like maybe it's the theme is MGP. Maybe the theme is, you know, whatever.
Mhm.
I was inclined to say the theme is finished whiskeys, but now I think that C is maybe an American
See,
single malt that isn't finished.
I have one not finished guess. Otherwise, the rest are finished.
Okay.
I definitely think one is finished in wine glasses. I think one is
In
finished.
wine glasses.
No, wine barrels.
I think Troy and Laura just poured out in a wine glass, swirled it a little bit, poured it in the sample there. John Kranz is in the house. What's going on, John?
So wine cask, like a sherry cask, Oloroso sherry cask. So I don't even think they're finished in the same thing. I think they're all available at Total Wine. That's my guess.
Wow, way to narrow that down. Bold statement. I'm still going rye on this, but if it's a bourbon, I feel like it's a high rye bourbon.
I'm going, rye, not finished, 110. And the only thing I guessed on this is I thought it was Doc Swinson's, but it's MGP, and that makes it really hard to like really say what that. Well, yes, we know what it is.
This B has to be some sort of like a sherry cask finished bourbon or
Oloroso sherry cask.
Oloroso. I'm getting that dusty. Sometimes Oloroso sherry. You know what I'm getting off of this is that like not the same flavor, but that Wild Turkey Master's Keep Revival, finished in like the 26-year Oloroso sherry casks. Kind of has, it doesn't have the flavor of
Madeira or just Oloroso.
Oloroso sherry,
Okay.
and they're like 26 years old.
Okay.
But it has like a dusty old quality to it. Now this has a different flavor, I think, but that's what it's reminding me of.
Okay, so Laura, I know that you're in the chat.
Steve Joes is sending a sample of Malort. Well, for all we know, we've got one right here. I don't know what color Malort is.
Yeah, no
but
idea.
this is either Malort or P. I'm already, and I'm pretty sure that Laura and Troy would not do that to us.
Yeah, probably
There's no way they would send us Malort.
There's no way. I was hoping you'd make that joke.
I have a feeling they have a dog
So, Laura,
that they've been feeding a
just
lot of
between
water
you
to.
and me, you tell me what everything is. I will guess everything, and
Mhm.
Troy will be so stunned.
Mm.
You got to save some for the Benny Walker special.
Oh, I am. Well, we still got.
Because when
We
you,
will be blending all of these because that's just what we do.
yeah, when you blend them all together, it makes Blanton's.
Yeah. Put a little bit in there for the blend.
Okay. B.
I honestly, I've got nothing on distillery and bottle, so I'm just gonna go by nose here. Peated Malort, good lord.
Oh, wait.
Maybe it's all Jim Beam. Maybe that's the theme. And this is like Claremont Steep. Well, they did send us a sample of Claremont Steep in that. Does MGP do a
6.5 year.
single malt?
I don't know the answer. I'm sure their answer is probably yes, but I have no idea. What the heck are you talking about, Ron? Is that such a thing? Rattlesnakes can line sherry aft cask and then stored underground in a VW bus. You forgot the VW bus.
Okay, so we have more people in the chat here or in the watching. We just lost a couple of them. For those of you that might be new, we're doing a blind flight from Baker Drinks, trying to guess different stats on these. And we're getting to the point where we're going to have to start making some decisions here.
Yes.
I don't know what to say on distillery. I really don't even have a guess. This smells familiar.
All right. I'm prepared to make my guesses. So Troy, I'm guessing we just make our guesses. You write down how many points we get, and you reveal with the drum roll. Or do you know what it actually is?
No, well, we've got the answer key here, still sealed.
Okay.
I'm totally just guessing here. So I'm literally throwing these out like I might as well be picking names out of a hat. I'm going Wild Turkey 101 rye. Or not 101 rye, rare breed rye.
Okay.
But that guessed finished though. That's not a finished rye. I don't know a lot of finished ryes, but I feel like this is a finished rye.
I agree. And I picked a finished rye.
Kind of tastes a little like Funky Drummer.
What's up, Doc?
I am going to go Doc Swinson. Because I know that they're doing a lot of finishing. So I'm going with that. Does Doc Swinson's have an American single malt?
I don't know the answer to that. They have several new ones that I've seen the bottles, but I don't know what.
So here's, just skip the distillery and use it as a tiebreaker. Oh, that's actually a pretty good idea.
That's a crazy idea. Well, I'm guessing distilleries, so.
Okay.
All right, in the interest of riveting internet entertainment.
I know, I'm just writing stuff down now.
Okay.
Okay, bourbon, finished. You know what? I'm changing. I'm going not finished. Distillery. So here's the thing, though. Do we go Doc Swinson's for distillery or MGP?
Yeah, I think.
Would MGP be the distillery and then
would.
Doc Swinson's whatever would be the bottle?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go MGP. I am getting kind of MGP-ish vibes off of these, but I could be totally fucking wrong about this.
Yeah, I think so.
We usually don't say the F word in our live streams. We have a little too much of these.
You said freaking.
I did.
Let's spell with a PH.
These do kind of all taste like Doc Swinson's in a way. It's weird. Oh, yeah.
Lost Monarch.
Yeah.
We've not had that one, right?
I think we have Redwood Empire. Have we had that one?
Yeah, we did have Red Wimp. I don't remember the name of it, though.
Okay, entertain the internet for just a second.
Okay, so here is where I am at. He's not listening. I think this is a rye. I think it is not finished. 110 proof, and it's a Doc Swinson.
This tastes like something I've had before.
Number B. I think this is bourbon. It is not finished. It's 100 proof, and it's Old Forester 1897.
God, if there's a truffle pig dethroning here tonight, there may very well be, because I'm so off on these.
Number C. I think this is an American single malt, finished, 95 proof, and it's Stranahan's.
Oh, I guess Stranahan's too, but I haven't set a bottle yet, so
And I don't know the bottle. It's not the sherry cask one that I just picked up, but I don't know what it is.
I'm trying to think of what Stranahan's might be at 100 proof. You know what? I'm going to hedge my bet and say it's a normal Stranahan's, even though that's not at 100 proof. Then I might get the proof right, or I might get the bottle right.
That's such a good idea. And number D. I think this is a bourbon. It is finished. In bacon casks. No, it's not. It is not finished. It's 108 proof, and it is Jim Beam single barrel.
Jim Beam's single barrel isn't finished. You said not
I
finished?
not. I had to add the not.
Okay. I'm feeling the Beam vibes with you, but I believe it to be finished. And I don't know what they do that's
What did they
finished.
do that's finished other than Basil Hayden? But it's definitely not a Basil Hayden.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to go with distillery and bottle. Son of a...
Viking bourbon.
Viking bourbon is in the house. What's happening? Because we have to keep a little bit of these left to taste them after we find out what they are. What are you guessing for a theme?
I honestly, I think they're all whiskeys in glasses.
I think the theme is make Ben and Greg look like fools.
Yeah, well, you succeeded.
And
there.
I can tell you've already succeeded. So I'm going to go rye, on the last one. Finished, 105 proof.
Yeah, I'm not getting any.
There's got to be a Jack Daniels in here.
That's what I was expecting. The only one I think
Because
that
Laura
maybe
loves Jack Daniels.
she does, and so do I. I think maybe B was Jack Daniels. That was the only one that I was kind of thinking that.
Yeah.
I expected Jack Daniels, and I thought even maybe like single barrel proof rye, which I've never had.
I've got nothing for. I'm not gonna guess the distillery or bottle.
Okay.
Because I got nothing.
Okay.
Or should I just guess something anyway and see maybe just it sticks?
Well, yeah.
Well, you know what? Let's do MGP on this one too then. And just, hedge my bets
Sure.
and go. I'm gonna guess Doc Swinson's on all of these
25% guarantee.
because they're doing so much with their barrels, and I know there are other distilleries that are doing that. Okay, let's do. Are you ready to do this? Are you ready to ruin our entire career here on as far as bourbon reviewers go?
Well, we know that we're not very good at this. I've said that we're not very good at this. Everyone knows that we're not very good at this.
Okay, so here's how we're gonna do this.
So that means disappointment is actually doing well. Okay, for those of you playing at home.
I heard those Bad Axe bourbon bottles are incredible. Yes, they are. Okay, so I have the answer key right here, folks. And for the people that just joined, we are doing a blind flight sent to us by Baker Drinks. Please go like, comment, and subscribe. We have some criteria here for what we're supposed to guess on these, whether it's proof and type of whiskey and all that good stuff. And so we're going to get to the results here.
Gordon, you're not helping.
Which is the favorite? I would probably say B and D, maybe.
I really, really like B, and Gordon just put a clue in.
Tater Dom is here. Okay, so Tater, I don't know if you heard what we said earlier, but we do have your samples coming out soon, but we ran out of sample bottles, so that's what the holdup is. So we have not forgotten about you and your bourbon notes swag that you're due. Okay, are you ready for the results here?
So before we get into the results, I do want to say to Lauren, Troy,
yeah,
thank you so much.
Let's kill the drum roll.
I really, really like all four of the whiskeys.
I actually do too. I was a little weird on C.
Unlike the garbage samples that Sean sent us, with all the love in the world, we love his channel, and we like Sean.
Yeah.
But I really do like these, and I'm curious what they are. But I want to own a bottle of whatever's in B.
Okay. Okay. Now we got the drum roll here.
Okay.
Sample A. You know what? I'm going to do it like this so I can't see the other ones.
That's a good idea.
Holy. Okay. Sample A. Because I can already see my answers.
Okay.
You guessed what?
I said rye, not finished, 110 Doc Swinson's.
Let's go through these one by one. You said, so for the type, you said rye.
Yes.
Okay. I also said rye.
Okay.
I'm just going to put a check mark by the ones that I got right.
Wait, I didn't say anything about Texas today. And quick side note, I was born in Lubbock, Texas. I'm allowed to make fun of the whiskey from Texas. So just wanted to set that out as a warning.
Did you just call the entirety of Texas distillation garbage? Not the entirety, just every single one we've ever had.
Except for one. Still
There were
Austin.
a couple that,
Still Austin we found to be weird.
yeah, not garbage.
Yeah.
And that Valcona single rye that Troy and Laura sent was, or a single malt. I said single
Yes.
rye.
Yeah.
Single malt. That was actually pretty good. The Balcones rye was garbage.
Yeah.
Okay. So for the finish, you said not finished.
I said not finished.
I said finished, and yes, it is finished. It's a toasted barrel. For the proof, you said
110.
for the proof, I said 118. The proof is 118.8.
Oh, you missed it too. We both got it wrong.
Do I get any bonus points for
so
that?
within 5, proof within 5, you get 1 point.
Okay.
So you got it. So just
I
consider
didn't get a
that.
point for nailing 118. At least I get pride.
No, you get a point.
I am 3 for 3 so far.
Yeah, you're gonna win. Everyone knows
Okay.
this.
So the distillery is Phenomenal Spirits. I've never even heard of that.
Didn't even know that was a thing.
I guess MGP.
I said Doc Swinson.
So I got an X on that. And I guess Funky Drummer for the bottle. And the bottle is just called Toasted.
Huh.
So that's a bottle we've never heard of before. So I think we're off the hook on that one.
On the bottom two categories. But yeah.
Okay, so for the first one, for sample A, I've got 3 points. You've got what?
1.
Okay. We're going to sample B. Son of a...
But quick
note. See what the theme is.
I genuinely like A. Like, I've never even heard of it before, but I really do like it. So thank you for the sample.
Okay. From what I can tell, these are all bourbons that I don't think you and I have ever heard of before.
That's okay.
Or all bourbons, whiskeys, I mean.
Sure.
Sample B for the type. What did you say?
Bourbon.
I said bourbon as well. It is a rye. It was the only bourbon I went with. Remember when I said I feel like the theme might be that they're all ryes or all finished? Did I say all ryes? I said all finished, but
It's
starting to see a theme here.
Okay.
Finish, yes, it was finish. I had finish and I changed it on the last round.
I did
Son
too.
of a...
I did too.
Distillery.
No proof. Oh, well, you can do it over order.
Okay, so I don't know how we do this one because the distillery is... Oh, proof. I'm sorry. I guessed 115. What did you guess?
100.
It's 107.
Yes, we both get half a point.
I don't think we each get either a point at
neither.
all.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not Old Forester.
So distillery, you guessed what?
Old Forester.
I guessed MGP, but it's Saints Alley, so that's a collaboration between Iron Root and MGP.
So you missed it.
Do I get a half a
No.
point? Okay. And the bottle is the Nobleman.
Oh, duh.
So this is Saints Alley, the Nobleman.
So I absolutely love B. I was really, really, really impressed with it, but I've never heard of it.
You know, that's part Texas whiskey.
Saints Alley?
Mm-hmm.
Or Iron Root. Huh. A little bit of Texas influence.
Okay.
Number C.
Okay, I think we just really shit the bed on this one.
Okay.
Just really, really screwed the pooch. You guessed what kind of?
I was back and forth between rye and single malt.
So was I.
Yeah.
I went with single malt.
Yeah, I went with single malt.
It is a rye.
Yeah.
And I went with finished, and then in the last one, I changed it to not finished. It is finished.
I went with finished.
Okay. Oh, so we got 0 on the B. You didn't get anything on B either?
Correct.
Okay. The proof, I guessed 100. What did you guess?
95.
It's 106. So neither one of us got that. It was so one proof point. The distillery, you guessed.
Stranahan's.
I guessed Stranahan's too. It is Starlight. But wait, isn't Starlight MGP?
Starlight's MGP. Well, which is a technicality that doesn't matter since we both missed.
Yeah, we both screwed that. The bottle is Huber's Old Rickhouse Rye, finished in triple sec barrels.
I've actually heard of that.
I've heard of Huber's. Yeah, we don't get that. We don't have that around here.
Yeah, so I didn't know that one, but I've at least heard of that one.
Okay, so damn it, I was so gonna freaking guess this. Oh, so mad at myself. Okay, so
Number D.
regular. What did I put? Regular. Okay, so I got no points on C. You got 1 point on C.
Yeah, so I have 2 points total.
I have 3 and a half. All right, sample D. You put what kind of whiskey?
Bourbon.
I put rye. It is a rye. So I'm guessing the theme here is they're all rye, all rye, all rye.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it finished?
So Laura's saying Starlight is not MGP.
Okay.
And okay. Yeah. Well, is Jepson MGP? Anyway. All right.
I'm sure they both started MGP as
Okay.
MGP. Maybe Starlight's doing their own thing now.
Finished. I put not finished for D.
You put not finished for D. Look at the color on that. What's wrong with you?
I changed it. Well, because what
fired.
what I guessed is I know was not finished, even though I know that I guessed the wrong thing.
Okay. I guess finished, and it is PX Sherry. So it wasn't Oloroso. It's the Pedro Jimenez. Okay. You
Okay.
guessed for a proof.
108.
I guessed 105. It's 106. We both get a point for that. I swear to God, I was going to say Sagamore Spirits, and that's the distillery.
You know,
I was so close to saying it, but I put MGP. And then I guessed a random Doc Swinson. I didn't even put a specific one because that was the one where I had nothing. I swear to God, I was going to put the Sagamore Spirit. Wish I had. Okay, so I have a total of 6. What do you have?
I have 3.
So we're just going to, let's see here. Do we have a standing ovation for me?
Ben is the...
And Laura and Troy, I just want to say to you that whatever is in the winner thing, I'm assuming this is probably something decent. Since
Maybe
you
that's the joke.
It could be. Since you specifically sent this for the winner, I will not be sharing this with Greg ever.
That's okay.
We'll make sure he never has a pour of this.
That's okay.
Okay, before we get into that, let's do the blend. These are all about the same. And then we'll get into the winner and loser, because I also do have an answer key for the winner and loser. All this being said, I feel like, well, we really definitely botched B and C. I almost got the distillery right on this one. I actually feel pretty decent about this.
Yeah, I was pretty good swinging.
B, we were both saying, I think, that it was either a rye or a high rye bourbon. Mm-hmm. Especially the fact that these are, like, have we had any of these bourbons? I don't think we have.
I don't think I've had any of them. I've heard of D.
We don't get Huber's here. Saints Alley is limited. We do get some of those, but we've never had it.
Seen it.
Phenomenal Spirits we never heard of before.
Heard of it.
And Sagamore we get around here, but I think they're kind of limited into...
Did you even buy that around here? Or did you buy that up in Michigan?
Well, they have it up there too, but no, Spirits has it.
You call that Fishigan, don't you?
Fishigan, yeah. No, so they do have... I guess with the theme, I'm guessing it's a rye.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were all ryes, weren't they? Yeah. What is the theme? Does it say? It doesn't say on here. I'm assuming that means they're all rye, Troy. I think I guessed all finished. I can't remember if I toyed around with rye earlier.
What do you think of that blend?
Let me.
I'm honestly getting.
Well, Troy and Laura do a 50-50-50-50 blend of all these, and
yeah. So we're up close to 400 proof. Don't know the ages exactly, but it's pretty well aged. But I'm still getting like cinnamon brown sugar oatmeal.
Yeah, that blend's not bad.
A little bit of mapley brown sugar, maple brown sugar oatmeal. Almost
bringing out a malty vibe. But yeah, also has a lot of sweetness. I'm really, the one I'm most surprised by maybe is C. I thought for sure that was a single. The theme was finished rye. Oh, okay. So I guess finished is a theme. I didn't guess that officially, but I was kicking that around.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go rewatch this and see if I kicked around the idea that maybe it was a rye theme.
You did,
but I did guess
it.
Bourbon in a single malt.
Yeah, you did guess it.
I drove that off a cliff. So
yeah.
I'll give myself a half a pride point for just to try to make myself feel better. The blend on this is not bad.
I really like the blend.
Mm-hmm. But let's here's the thing. I'm assuming this is maybe a decent bourbon or whiskey.
I gotta rinse the glass.
But we gotta rinse a glass out here
just to make sure and get.
So I'm only gonna do a small pour of this to taste it. But whatever this is, just know that my tasting abilities are definitely blown out now at this point. Like we've definitely drank enough whiskey where I don't think this is going to be a fair assessment. So if this is a great whiskey and it just doesn't hit or it seems bland.
Yeah, that'll be the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye.
Yeah.
128
Well, they did send one of those.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, did you not watch the unbox? Greg doesn't watch our channel.
Yeah, it's way too boring for me.
So I'm going to really rinse the glass here and actually even hit it with a paper towel just to make this as fair as possible. But anyway, that was a ton of fun. So thank you very, very much, Baker Drinks, Troy, and Laura.
Thank you so
guys
much.
are awesome. And please go subscribe to their channel. Give them some traffic. Do all the likes, all the comments, all the subscribing, because it really does help us out. Because what it does is it gets us and their channels, whoever you're like, commenting, and subscribing to, kind of gives us a little leg up in the algorithm. makes us a little bit more likely to pop up in a search. If somebody searches, bourbon review, the more traffic we get in any way, shape, or form helps that a lot. All right, have you poured your?
I poured the
Chardonnay slash dog pee. But you haven't tasted it yet?
Nope, I'm drinking the blend. The blend's actually pretty nice, I have to admit.
As excited as I am to try whatever the winner's pour is, because I'm assuming it's good, the curiosity is killing me on that one.
Yeah,
I got my eye on that dog pee bottle right there.
I think you should clean a second glass, because I think you need to pour.
I am definitely going to, okay. Troy and Laura, can we share the winner and loser pour with each other? I'm assuming that's probably what they meant for us to do.
I'm sure. Everybody knew I was going to get the loser one.
I figured the way it works is the winner gets to drink this one at his leisure and share it. The loser has to drink this one in its entirety at some point. Let's go with that.
Let's go with that.
All right. Clean the glass out here. All right. Have you gotten? I want to see you try your, because I don't even have this poured yet. So why don't you go ahead with the loser pour?
Okay. Loser pour.
Losers first.
Yes.
What are you getting?
Play-Doh?
I have drank the loser pour on camera. Okay.
Unfortunately, I don't watch every episode. Like, I don't watch that much Bourbon Tube, which
I try to, but the problem is I'm friends with so many channels now.
Exactly.
That it takes me like, okay, so for example, with Baker Drinks, like I'm so bad about commenting because a lot of times I'm listening to these as I'm driving. You're both losers in your own way.
Thank you, Aiden.
Don't worry. Thank you, Aiden.
You have
Aiden
no
always
idea.
coming through.
So I'm getting hints of pot still. I think this is a white dog. It's just a very, very young, unaged.
Well, it's not white dog because it's a little bit aged, so it's light dog.
Well,
Okay, and so anyway, what I was going to say, so I was watching Baker Drinks. They did their wild turkey flight with the sample that we sent of the thing, and the rare breeds won that flight. Spoiler alert. I meant to comment, but I was driving at the time and just listening to the audio.
Sure.
So there's a lot of times when I want to comment on stuff, and I don't, but I have watched the video. But I drive around a lot for a living, so when I'm usually catching up on Whiskey Tube, it's I'm in the car and I can't stop and comment. So
yeah, this is very young, youthful, kind of grainy, like a very young corn whiskey kind of thing.
okay,
It's not horrible. Like,
have you tasted it or just
not yet?
Okay. Oh, also, Baker Drinks tagged us, and a couple other channels have done this. They put us in the mentions when they did their summer sippers. That's when you're doing the title of the whiskey and you put at or whatever. I just learned like a week ago that there's a place to look up your mentions. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Huh.
So that's how bad we are at this. But the thing is that I usually do stuff through the app, if I'm like responding to comments or whatever.
So what I just learned is you've been fooled. This is good.
Really?
I don't know what that is. I haven't had the winner one yet, but the loser one is not.
Boy, I got to tell you, on the nose, this is really nice. Man.
I'm going to do a small pour.
Go ahead, yeah.
It drinks as very young and white doggy kind of thing.
High proof. This is giving me all kinds of like sweet notes, like baking cookies.
Yep. So getting this weird, like, Play-Doh and raw kind of like sugar cookie dough.
Yeah, cookie dough, but it's got a nice oak note to it.
I'm drinking a different whiskey than you.
Oh, I'm getting the cookie dough on this.
Oh,
not Play-Doh. I was not with you on that.
So the white dog is it's a white dog. Like, I'm guessing it's from the Pacific Northwest.
Have you tried the?
Nope, not yet. But I don't hate the white dog, but it's white dog, and it's
I don't know if that's. Well, I guess I would have to.
Well, yeah, maybe it.
Is it Jacob's Ghost? Because Jacob's Ghost is kind of yellow.
Poured it into a barrel and it was aged for 12 minutes or something. Okay, this is the winner one. This is yours.
Yeah, are you gonna get some water in between? I would recommend it because this seems like a really nice whiskey.
Yeah, I think I know what it is already.
Mm,
It's very nice.
really oaky, really sweet. Almost has some of the vibes that we got off that William LaRue Weller.
A little bit.
Like the baking cookies and that sweetness. It's definitely whatever this is, it's really, really good.
What about like Jack Daniel's 12? Doesn't have the cherry, I don't think.
Boy, whatever that is, that's really good.
PBR whiskey. Don't know.
Oh, maybe it is. That'd be awesome. I think PBR is clear though. This has got a little bit of color to it. I had a chance to buy the PBR whiskey at one point.
Is PBR the same as the Pabst Blue?
Yeah,
Ribbon?
they make a whiskey.
Really?
It technically could be considered bourbon because they run it through a charred oak barrel for like 30 seconds.
Well, that's
it's
kind
completely clear though.
yeah, that's about what this could be because it's not aged. But I think it did hit a oak barrel.
Whatever this is, I'm excited about the rest of that.
Yeah, the winner, whatever is in that, is really, really impressive. Sweet.
Nice and oaky. This comes across as well aged.
Okay, so the
Maybe
winner,
it's like a Pappy 15 or something.
it could be.
It's really good.
EC18, we just filmed a review. We haven't even released that yet, have we?
Yep.
Oh, we did?
Mm-hmm.
That one had very distinct flavors that were very nice, but kind of
It was very,
unique.
very thin.
It was very unique.
It was-
and this is definitely not EC18.
Oh no, this is leaps and bounds better than that.
So this one does have a perfume note, like a floral.
Laura said my notes. Oh, so she drank this on camera. My notes on the loser was bong water. So I'm guessing you're enjoying it more than I did.
Honestly, like it's got smell it. Like it's very strong perfumey and
Smells a
floral.
little bit like bong water.
I'm afraid I don't have a point of reference on that one.
Greg does not know what bong water is. I'm surprised you knew what a bong was, to be honest. I don't think this is whiskey. This is not whiskey.
Well, it's not aged. So I think it's White Dog. It may have touched a wooden barrel. And,
Oh, yeah, maybe it is.
yeah.
It's kind of scotchy.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, on the nose, I'm not getting whiskey vibes at all.
I don't hate this, if I'm honest. It's not the greatest whiskey ever, but it's not horrible.
So,
It's not a Willet Pot Still. There's nothing about this is Willet Pot Stilly.
yeah, this is malty. It's almost a little peaty in a weird way. Laura, you know what's weird is I don't remember what it was, but I swear I remember her saying something was bong water-ish. Laura, did you review one of these in one of your quick? What was it? You used to call it the. You had 3 words, like
30.
good, bad, or garbage, or whatever. Yeah,
Oh.
you said do your. Was that on Instagram or YouTube
Well,
shows?
Bobby did that. But
Laura,
I don't
remind me
remember Laura
what
doing
that was, because I haven't seen one in a while. Because I remember thinking that I thought you kind of changed that up.
Sweet and dry.
Yeah, that's not something I would sit around and drink.
I don't hate it. I don't think it's great. I'm
I
not
like
gonna like. Never had Mickey's Big Mouth. So whatever is in the winter bottle, I get a lot of viscosity,
Yeah,
great flavors. That drink's really, really impressive. I'm leaning toward more bourbon,
mm-hmm.
but there's definitely vanilla, and it could be a rye
This is a
that has a fair amount of corn in it.
I feel like that's bourbon.
Yeah.
I almost feel bad having just drank whatever the hell that is, and then coming back to this one because it's so good.
Maybe I'm the only person in the world. I don't love the nose. It's a little too perfumey. Like it's got a real floral note that is. Yeah, and Aiden, I totally agree, and that's why we're friends.
Great, good, or garbage. That's what it was. 10 bottles I wouldn't buy again. Oh yeah, okay. I think I did see that video. No, I'm trying to think of what that was. The taste of that kind of ruined the taste of this.
Yeah, I feel
So-
that way about most of our shows.
Right. But the thing is that you had that before
Mm.
having this, and I didn't.
Ah,
And I'm telling you, the taste of that is definitely affecting this in a negative
well,
way.
I've been going between the two of them. Honestly, like I don't hate this loser one as much as I'm really curious. I'm not gonna, suggest it's great, but I think it's effectively a white dog, maybe poured through an oak barrel and then bottled.
It's definitely tastes single malty, a little bit peaty. But no, what I'm saying, because you tried the loser one before trying the winter one, and I'm saying this loser one cut this winter one in half.
Nah,
Well, I'm saying that because I actually drank this one before that one, and then I drank this one and then that one. So from experience that you didn't just have,
I will admit,
I'm telling you, you're not getting the full experience out of this one. So we're going to save this.
Okay.
And actually, whatever it is, maybe we'll do a review of it.
Okay.
But you got to try this again on it without having this first, because it drastically changes. Should we find out what the winner and loser?
I think let's we got to reveal it to the audience. They're all
And at some point, we got to get out of here too.
anxiously awaiting the news.
Okay.
What is in the loser glass? I have a tiny bit left.
Oh,
in this one.
okay. So the winner one,
Yours.
is something that we've never had before.
Okay.
But I've heard good things about.
Well, we obviously like it after having it.
Definitely had a premium bourbon vibe to it.
Yes.
So let's go with the loser. A real punishment.
Oh,
it
that'd be
says.
me.
St. George Spirits Baller single malt whiskey, 94 proof. So we had it on the single malt. Did you guess single malt?
You said that, and I wasn't disagreeing with you. I thought maybe it was just a really white dog type bourbon.
Yeah, that was terrible.
I really, on the nose, it's really unpleasant with the whiskey or the perfume note. But on the taste, it's not as bad as I could imagine.
We're definitely going to save this to review it. This is a new brand I keep hearing about, but it does have some of those kind of like sweet and baking vibes that we talked about, that William LaRue that we like so much. Doesn't have the weeded vibe, but this is from Phenomenal Spirits, which we've never heard of before, but I've heard of this. It's Rye 3. Have you heard of that?
No.
It's kind of getting a lot of popularity, and it's RY and then a 3. So it looks like it says Rye, but
So
the E is
Phenomenal
backwards.
Spirits, are they like a Washington thing? Is I honestly
Let
don't
us know in the California whiskey trying to be Japanese. Okay.
Seriously?
That's what the loser is, I'm guessing, the St. George. So let's get into the specs on this. Phenomenal Spirits Rye 3 Cigar Series.
Wow.
Rye whiskey finished in Madeira, rum, and Naranja casks. Further finished with French oak staves, 121.2 proof. That's excellent
It
whiskey.
is really, really
Yeah.
good. And
So-
noticeably good.
Now,
I never would have guessed the specifics, but it's really good.
so Rye 3, so now I thought for sure this was bourbon. I would have bet the farm that this is bourbon. I even
it
said
is.
it. You said rye vibes, and I said that's bourbon.
Vanilla vibes.
If only you had guessed that in the
Yeah, I'm an
thing.
idiot.
How many more? 4 more times, and then you could have drank this one tonight as the winner. We definitely have to save the rest of this for a review for sure, because this is great.
Yeah.
This is a premium whiskey experience for sure.
So Dr. Robert, the robot, is saying Virginia is where Phenomenal is.
Okay. Well, Virginia's doing great stuff. Are they doing? So I don't know anything about them because we don't have that around
Yeah,
here.
I don't think
And
I've ever
I've-
actually heard of them.
Just been seeing their stuff online quite a bit, and people are kicking up about it quite a bit. So maybe this is just like another one of those ones like, we had the 13th Colony Double Oak.
I've bottled that
And-
comment, by the way.
The Double Oak?
No, the regular.
Okay.
I couldn't
I was gonna say
get
the
the
double
double.
oak.
I tried to order and it was sold out within 30 seconds.
What did you have to do to get that bottle?
I tried and I failed.
Um,
But I have regular bourbon coming.
But I would put the 13th Colony Double Oak up against pretty much the William LaRue is in a whole nother level.
That 13th Collie that we had was
It's
so
up there,
great.
and I got to tell you, I think this is up there too.
It's really good.
This is amazing. So I don't know what the availability is on
Or
this.
price or any of that kind of stuff. But
You
it's
guys
really
can
good.
review D's. Aiden, I'm not falling for that. I know where you're going with that.
Aiden.
All right. Well, we should probably wrap this
You
up.
should.
That's what she said.
Thank you for the wrap up.
This has been a ton of fun. Thank you so much, Troy and Laura. We appreciate the samples because they did send 4 other samples
Oh man,
for us to review.
that's like 10. So we're
Yeah.
gonna have to send 10 different novelty horrible whiskeys back to them.
Well, some of these were great.
Oh,
And the
okay.
ones that they sent, I think, are going to be really good.
Okay.
So they're really nice samples. So maybe you should go watch that unboxing video.
Just messing
And
with you.
if nothing else, we got the box right over here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so thank you very much. Northwest Bourbon is in the house. What's going on? Drop some links. Well, actually, don't bother dropping links because we're going to get off of here in a second. But please go subscribe to Northwest Bourbon. Subscribe to Baker Drinks. Subscribe to Bad Axe Bourbon. 4 Leaf was in the house tonight.
Mhm.
Do all the things. Thank you guys very much, and thank you to Chris, our newest Patreon subscriber.
Cheers.
By the way, for our Patreon subscribers that are in the chat, $100 available from Phenomenal Spirits online. I will probably order a bottle of that. Enjoyed the live,
so
guys. Thanks,
amazing.
thank you, Chris.
Thanks, Chris. Troy.
And so for the Patreon subscribers, we have a new show coming out that's going to be exclusively on Patreon.
What's it called?
We don't know yet because sometimes I'm going to be doing this on my own. Sometimes Greg's going to be doing it on his own. Sometimes we're going to be doing it together. But it's basically a show where we're going to take the little spinning randomizer wheel
Okay.
and we spin it to find out how many bourbons we're going to blend.
Okay.
And then I took my entire bourbon collection and logged it into there. So there's like 140 bottles. And then however many bourbons we have to blend, I spin it that many times. Whatever bourbons come up on the list, that's the blend we make and we review it.
That's obscene.
Yeah, so that's going to be a Patreon-only show. First episode is going to come out actually tomorrow. I'll upload it tonight.
That's awesome.
And again, this is going to be more of a casual thing, but we're going to do it once a week. And so sometimes it's going to be just me. Sometimes it's going to be just Greg. Sometimes it's going to be both of us.
Yep.
So look forward to that. Ford Fuel says link to Patreon. Can we put a link to...
I don't know if we can do that.
I don't know how to do that,
So
Ford Fuel, but I
yes.
appreciate your interest. If you go to patreon.com
It's
and
called
just
the Bourbon Note.
just search the Bourbon Note, you'll see it, and you'll see our logo on there. You can see the logo down in the chat off to the
Do you
left
think
there.
it's really Ford Fuel? Like Ford? I'm assuming it's like Bill Ford, the CEO of Ford Motor Company.
I don't see why not.
Yeah, it's got to be him.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you just go search
By the way,
Bourbon Note,
I drive an F-150, and my wife drives an Explorer.
yeah,
What
'cause
happened?
I don't have. Well,
What
I was going
happened?
to try to see if I could find a link, but I don't have a keyboard. It's
Oh.
way over there.
Yeah,
I'm just running this with a mouse, so I don't have a way to go onto Patreon, find the link, and paste it
it's
in there.
it's the Bourbon Note.
But if anybody else could do that real quick, that would be
I thought
awesome.
Bobby did, but
Oh yeah, actually, if you scroll up, Bad Axe Bourbon posted a link.
it was quite a while ago. Hour ago.
Before- yeah, it was
Back
wild.
before the disaster known as this Bourbon View. Thanks again to Troy and Laura. This was an amazing flight.
Thank you very much.
It was not a single Texas whiskey, which we appreciate.
Yeah.
Although there was a partnership with a Texas in there somewhere. But
And it didn't go as horribly as I thought it was gonna. The link is in
just
their
because
bio.
you won.
Oh, the link is in our bio. Okay, is it?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
it
okay.
is.
Awesome. All right. Well, hey, thank you guys very, very much for watching. We really appreciate all of you. Like, comment, subscribe to us and all the channels in the chat.
Until next time. See you next time.